Welcome to this episode of Narrative Writing. This is building the basic structure of a personal experience narrative, and in this episode we will learn and practice writing from our organizational plan. Here you can see my organizational plan that I've been building throughout our episodes. And so what I'm going to ask you to do is to circle each section in a different color, and this is going to help us see which ideas go together. And what I mean is, I've circled my opening in blue, my first part of my flow map in purple, then pink, then green, and I've circled my ending or my closing in red. Now, your teacher may have some definite ideas on how she wants you to do this. Maybe she wants you to write in pencil and you just underline the sections in a different color, each in a different color. Or maybe you have highlighters and she'll want you to highlight each of your sections in a different color. So you'll need to check with your teacher about how she wants you to do that. But before we get to writing, you need to grab a piece of paper, and I want you to put dots down the left margin on every other line, just like my sample here on the screen. If you need to, hit pause and do that to your paper. And you're probably going to need to do it to the front and the back because we're basically only using half a side at a time. So you're probably going to need the front and the back. Now, why do we do this? Well, because we're under construction, right? This is a construction zone. Okay, you're only going to write on the dotted lines. The lines without the dots, that's going to be the space where you make your changes once we're revising and once we're editing. And don't ever erase, just cross out what it is that you decided wasn't precise enough, or maybe it wasn't clear enough, or maybe you spelled it wrong and you want to fix the spelling, or maybe you found a better describing word. Cross it out and write what you want above it. That way your teacher can see your thinking. She can see that you looked at it, you analyzed it, you evaluated it, and you decided on something else instead. And that's really powerful. Messy is okay, right? This is about working smarter and not harder. And this document, in the end, will show your teacher all of your hard work. And only rarely will you be asked to write a final copy because this rough draft shows all that your teacher needs to know. So let's begin. My first paragraph I had circled in blue, so I wrote it in blue. My second paragraph I circled in purple, so it's written in purple. My bird aviary part of my flow map, I wrote in pink. And the last piece of my flow map was my reptile area, and I had circled that in green, so I wrote it in green. And my ending, I had circled in red, so I wrote it in red. So you're going to check with your teacher to see how she wants you guys to do this, but it's really important that you do use some sort of color so that you can see very definitely that this goes together. This is grouped together, this is grouped together, this and this, so that they're separate sections. So it helps you see which ideas go together. Okay, thanks for watching and look to your teacher for instructions.